On Tuesday, money showed up on my account for work I did not do that day. I need you to understand how strange that was for me. I stared at my phone like the bank made a mistake because for over 30 years, my whole life ran on one equation: show up, trade hours, get paid. No hours, no money. That was the deal. That was always the deal. You miss a day, you feel it on your check. And I've lived that math since I was 17 years old. But that Tuesday, I had not traded anything. The work that paid me was already done weeks before, months before. Some of it. I was out there working while I was living my regular life. And I sat with my little phone in my hand and something in my chest unclenched that had been clenched for 3 decades. Now, here's why I'm telling you this, because everybody and their cousin is out there telling women like us the same two words: side hustle, get a side hustle. And I need to have an honest conversation with you today because a side hustle and an income stream are not the same thing. And mixing them up is keeping a whole lot of tired women tired. By the end of this video, you'll know the difference. You'll know the one question that tells you which one you're building, and I'll show you the receipt for what my income stream cost me to start. Spoiler, it was less than a dinner out, so stay with me. Let's define our words because the internet refuses to. A side hustle, the way most people live it, is a second job wearing a cuter outfit. You drive after work, you deliver on weekends, you take the shift, do the task, clean the house, watch the kids. And listen, no shame, I've done it. I made a whole video about my delivery years and how I survived them. That money is real and it pays real bills. But watch the machine underneath. The moment you stop showing up, the money stops with you. You didn't build anything. You just sold more of the only thing that you cannot make more of: hours. A side hustle doesn't give you a second income. It gives you a second boss. And sometimes that boss is an app that doesn't even say good morning. An income stream is a different animal entirely. An income stream is when you build a thing once and the thing keeps paying you. The work is stored. It is an asset. It sits out there like a little employee who never sleeps, never calls out, never asks for a raise, and doesn't have opinion about your management style. And here's the one question that separates them. Write this down. I call it the Tuesday test. Does it pay you on a day you don't show up? That's it. That's the whole test. If the answer is no, you have a job, maybe two. If the answer is yes, even a little bit yes, you have the beginning of a stream. And at our age, baby, that question is not philosophical. Your hours have a body attached to it. The body is 50 something. The body would like a word with you. Now, let me talk to who I'm really talking to. You're a woman with a full life already, maybe a full-time job, maybe people who depend on you, definitely a body that files a complaint after a very long day. And the advice the world keeps handing you is hustle harder, stack shifts, sleep less, monetize your evening, girl. And I need you to see the math they're skipping. If your plan is trading hours, your income has a ceiling, and the ceiling is your body. There are 24 hours in a day. You were already using all of them, and the ones left over, they hurt. You cannot hustle your way out of a math problem. Believe me, I tried. Back in my delivery days, 10-hour days, and the only thing that scaled was my exhaustion. And let me add an observation from inside that world, because I still do this math with people I know who are driving today. When you're new on those apps, the pay looks good. It's designed to look good. They want you to stay. So the work flows your way. And if your ratings are strong, you can ride that for about a year. But here's what I've watched happen across all of them. The longer you stay, the less you make. My old $75 a day took me about 2 hours on a good day back then. That same math today, the cost of living pushed the daily number up to $125. And my colleagues are spending 4, 5, sometimes 6 hours to reach it. Now hear me. I'm not telling you never to do gig work. It fed my life for years and it can feed yours. I'm telling you to adjust your expectations. The hustle pays best on day one and lasts every year after that. It's the only job that I know where seniority is a pay cut. So this is not a video telling you to work more. It's a video telling you to work once, more often, to take some of those precious hours and stop spending them, start investing them into something that stays built. That's the entire pivot. Same hours, different destination. Now, here are 4 things I want to show you. Let's go. Thing number 1, before you start anything, run it through the Tuesday test, because some things that look like a stream of income, they are hustles. And some hustles are hiding a stream of income inside. Driving and delivering, hustle. The app pays you per task forever and only per task. Babysitting, cleaning per hour services, hustle. Honorable, real, and capped at your hours. A cake business, now this gets interesting. Making cakes to order is a hustle, but the day you write down your recipe and your process and sell that or teach it, you stored the work. That's a stream of income. Same kitchen, different machine. Now let me run a few more through the test so you can feel the pattern. Your braiding hair, braiding appointment are a hustle. Hours in a chair. A video showing your quickest protective style, stored work. You've done resumes for every cousins that you have. Each resume is a hustle. The video where you explain the 3 lines that get interviews, stored. A stream of income. You see it? The knowledge was always yours. The question was only ever whether you kept spending it 1% at a time or stored once where 1,000 people can find it. And this is the part that changed my life. Sharing what you know on camera where people can find it, that is storing the work in its purest form. I make a video once, one time, and that video goes out and introduces me to people while I sleep, answers the same question 1,000 times without me repeating myself. And yes, on the right Tuesday, it pays me. My old work keeps clocking in. I have videos from months ago out there right now, holding little shifts that I don't have to show up for. So the move is, look at whatever you're considering and ask where the work gets stored. If it evaporates the moment it's done, it's hours for dollars. If it stays, stacks, and keeps working, you found a stream. Build the second kind. Thing number 2, let me show you why I chose a channel as my stream. And I'm going to do it with a receipt because you know how I feel about receipts. Think about what assets usually cost. A rental property, tens of thousands of dollars plus a water bill heater that will betray you in February. A franchise, don't get me started. Even a certification can run you thousands before it pays you back. Assets are usually a rich person's game. That's the quiet truth nobody says. Now, here's what my asset costs to start. My cell phone, already in my hand, paid for. A little tripod, $30. A small microphone, this one, $220. All in. The whole studio cost me less than a nice dinner for 2. And the dinner would have been gone by morning. I want you to sit with that. The cheapest asset class in existence is what you already know, recorded on a phone you already own. And remember what I told you in my last video about obscurity? This asset solves that too at the same time. Every video is a little worker with 2 jobs. It ends your invisibility, introducing you to people who could pay you for cakes, for consultations, for whatever your thing is. And it builds towards the day the platform itself starts paying. 1 effort, 2 paychecks. Show me another asset that does that for tripod money. I'll wait. Thing number 3, let me tell you how a stream actually grows, because the internet lies about this part and I don't do that here. It grows slow first, slower than feels fair. My channel had months of double-digit views, quiet rooms, videos I worked hard on that landed like a leaf on an empty parking lot. And the platform did not pay me a cent until video 164. I say that number in almost every video, and I will keep saying it because anybody selling you rich in 90 days is selling you a fantasy with a checkout page. But here's what the slow season hides and why the people who understand assets stay when everybody else quits. Streams stack, and catch the mirror with what I told you earlier. The gig pays best on day 1 and shrinks every year. The stream is the exact opposite animal. It pays worst on day 1 and grows every year you feed it. Every video I make joins the ones before it. The work doesn't replace itself. It accumulates. Hustle money is a faucet. On when you work, off when you stop. Stream money is more like planting. Nothing, nothing, nothing. A sprout, And then one day you look up and there's a little orchard out there, and trees that you planted last spring are dropping fruit in the fall. Platforms add money is just one door the asset opens. The trust you build opens others. People book time with you. People buy the template you made once. People use the tools you recommend, small doors, every one of them, and everyone started at zero. But small doors on an asset that stacks, that's how a regular woman with a regular life building something that pays her on Tuesdays that she already lived. Not magic, arithmetic, plus a little patience. And thing number 4, because I refuse to send you off starry-eyed without the catch. Here's the catch. An income stream makes you pay the toll upfront. A side hustle pays you Friday. That's his whole seduction. Work the weekend, see the money Monday. A stream flips the schedule on you. You show up and show up and show up, and for a while the mailbox stays empty. You are working on delay. Your wage is deferred. And that gap between the work and the payoff is exactly where most people quit, and exactly why most people never own a stream. So look at the deals side by side honestly. The hustle paid now, and you owe it your hours forever. The stream unpaid now, and then it owes you for years for work you already finished. One of those is a better deal for a woman our age, and it's not close. But only if you can pay the toll. And the toll is not talent. Hear me. The toll is consistency through the quiet part. And let me make the building season practical, because I don't deal in vague. A building season is not quitting your job or filming all weekend. It's deciding that, say, Saturday morning belongs to the asset. 2 hours, batch a couple of videos, schedule them, close the laptop, live your life. That's it. Done over a season, that little Saturday shifts quietly builds an orchard while everybody else is still bragging about overtime. Small hours stored on purpose beat big hours spent twice. Which is why my one piece of homework from this video is small on purpose. Pick your building season, not forever, a season. Decide on purpose that for the next stretch of months, some of your hours go into stored work instead of spent hours. Put it in the calendar like a shift, because it is one. The difference is this shift is the last one that never pays you nothing. All right, now put this in your pocket. Side hustle versus income stream. 4 things. Number 1, run the Tuesday test. Does it pay you on a day that you don't show up? If the work evaporates when it's done, it's a hustle. If the work gets stored, it's a stream. Build what stores. Number 2, a channel is the cheapest asset you'll ever start. A phone that you own, a tripod, a little mic, less than dinner for 2. And every video works 2 jobs. It ends your obscurity and builds towards the platform paying you. Number 3, streams grow slow then stack. Quiet months are part of the deal, not proof that it's broken. Faucets versus orchards. Plant anyway. Number 4, pay the toll upfront. The stream defers your wage, and consistency through the quiet part is the whole price. So pick your building season and put it in the calendar. Stop selling your hours twice. Store some of them instead. Let me take you back to that Tuesday one more time. It was never about the amount. I'm not even telling you the amount today, because the amount was not the miracle. The miracle was what it proved. 30 plus years of one equation, hours in, money out, my whole life priced by the clock. And there in my hand was evidence of a different equation. Work I finished in the past showing up for me in the present. My own effort coming back around like bread on the water. Nobody in my family ever owned a thing that paid them while they sleep. We were the hours people, the show up people, the twice as good as and half as tired people. So when that deposit landed, it wasn't just money arriving, it was a pattern breaking. A woman who came here alone with no net and no map, sat in her regular kitchen and became the first person in her line to own a stream. That's what I want for you. Not the fantasy, the unclench. The Tuesday when your stored work shows up for you and something in your chest finally lets go of the clock. It's buildable, and I'm the receipt. Now, If you're ready to build the stream and you want my exact process, everything I did in the order, I would do it again. That's what I'm opening very soon at $97. The wait list is at the top of the description. First access and the founding price go to the women on that list. No countdown clocks, just the steps. All right. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Webley. I started over at 50 years old. On this channel, I talk about money and rebuilding in plain language every single day. So now tell me in the comments and be honest, because I read every single one of your comments. Right now, today, are you working a hustle or building a stream? One word is fine, because naming it honestly is the first step to changing it. Subscribe if this is your season. You don't need permission to start over. You need a second birth. And I'll see you in the next one.